You learn from the past and then you move forward in the future, but you dare not treat people that you want to build something with like they should pay the price for somebody who already been in your life. What it do, family? Man, I'm happy to be on here again, man. I'm up and well. Today, man, I'm responding to one of my viewers asked me to do a video about relationships. So this person saw my relationship video the other day and chimed in about their own personal relationship issues. And so the question is, why do my relationships keep failing? Now, I want to tackle that the best way I can, because there's so many different reasons why a relationship won't work. I'm going to talk about 3 things that I believe is the source of the problem, and we're going to see where it goes from here. So my first one is that you're unequally yoked. And what I mean by unequally yoked is that sometimes we're attracted to people based on their trending appearance rather than their quality and character. And so we can be attracted to somebody that they look good to us physically, and they make us smile, you know what I'm saying, they make us laugh and all these things. Some people, they start real good, they get it going, you know, they have something going for themselves in the beginning, and as the relationship goes on, it starts to diminish, and you start to see this person becoming somebody they weren't before. Like, you got to come in being yourself from the beginning, so you're not held accountable for things that you have never done before. You know, it's more of a growth process for things that are to come, rather than something that you have been doing that you just stopped doing. This could go back to even like for my females, man. If y'all out doing all this nasty stuff for these men in the beginning just to get them, they expecting y'all to continue to do that. If that's what you came into the relationship with, they expecting you to continue that. But if you come in on a sober level, if you come in with your pride and your respect level high, then you have nothing to worry about. You ain't got to worry about trying to uphold the standard, you know, based on how you got somebody, you know what I'm saying, based on how you gain somebody's interest. So don't be unequally yoked. Play your part as far as dissecting that character. Number 2, your past hurts. This happens a whole lot. Some people, they get done with a relationship and they jump right into another relationship, and they're not ready to move forward. They're not ready to move on. We have to stop doing that. Don't put more on yourself by going into another relationship too soon, because then you'll find out the hard way that you wasn't ready. See, we look for other people to pick us up and to make us feel better after we done went through a bad relationship, but it's not another person's responsibility to clean up your hurt. I know it's like people want us to, as people, we want to be able to say this, you know, we leaned on this person and they was there for us through thick and thin, but man, that's how you end up with them friendships that turn into relationships, but they really should have just been continued to be friendships. That's because we are looking for other people to lean on, and it's okay to lean on other people in a friendship manner, but when you're dealing with relationships, okay, you cannot lean on the opposite sex to build you up, you know, and make you feel good again after a bad relationship, and then end up getting with them or whatever, because that's a rebound. You know, try not to be a rebound. Try not to pick up a rebound. Okay, when you go through a breakup, that means there is either something that you have to correct within yourself, or it's something that you have to dissect about a character that you had to get rid of. So that's the time where you look at yourself and you gather up your self-worth, and you say, I'm not gonna let this take me down to a low vibe. I'm ready to flourish. I'm ready to move forward. I won't be hindered by all of the things that happen in this relationship, right? Music Soul Child had a song about it called Previous Cats. And in this song, he sings about how this woman is treating him like he was one of the previous guys. And he had to remind her, like, hey, recognize who you with. Like, you got with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not one of these other guys, you know? Like, so you gotta break down that barrier. You can't have that barrier up with me, because I don't deserve this. I don't deserve to be treated the way that you are coming at me, you know, in this relationship. And that's what we got to understand. If we gonna move forward, we can't be focused in the past, and we can't compare where we going to where we've been. Not relationships. You can do that with self when you're dealing about when you're trying to elevate and get to the next level for yourself. You can compare yourself to your past. When you start dealing with relationships, you cannot compare the person in your future to the person in your past. You learn from the past, and then you move forward in the future, but you dare not treat people that you want to build something with like they should pay the price for somebody who already been in your life and gone. Next one, number 3. We're gonna get into what a relationship is, because some of us got a misunderstanding of what a relationship is. And this misunderstanding could cause you to go through previous constant relationships, failing relationships. Okay, so let's look at this. The first one is that it's a connection, association, or an involvement with a person. Notice this word connection. If y'all able to see that, that's not even connection. No matter how close I get to my finger, if I'm not touching it, that's not a connection. Sometimes this is what we do to people. Just like I was saying in number 2, we have this barrier. And this barrier is causing us not to make these connections. And these connections are what holds the relationship together. So as long as we have these barriers up, as long as we keep thinking about, oh, I'm never gonna let nobody else get this close to me, or I'm never gonna let nobody do me like this last person did me. You can't go into a relationship thinking like that. As long as you continue to think like that, your relationships is gonna continue to fail. You have to break that tie. You mentally have to get out of your mind. You have to get that thing. It just you know, you gotta brush your shoulders off. You gotta relieve yourself of this past stress. You know, you gotta relieve yourself of that mess. Digest. And I digress. No, I'm just playing. But we need to figure it out, or we're gonna keep going in circles with these relationships. We gotta make that connection. If you don't have that connection, there's a trust issue there. And where there's a trust issue, you're gonna have a failed relationship. Trust and believe that if you are holding stuff back, if you have deep desires that you want to tell somebody something, but you can't tell it to the person that you're in a relationship with, that relationship is heading down the rocks. And this is a slippery slope. You have to be able to open up to the people that you're in your relationships with. You have to. It's not possible. You have to have great communications. You have to be able to talk openly about your feelings with your partner. It's safe to say that you should be able to be vulnerable to your partner, to this person that you're in a relationship with. You should be able to be vulnerable, and this person should be able to do the same with you. Like, there's nothing that you shouldn't be able to tell somebody, or tell the person that you're dating. You know, that builds the strength. But also, there's so much that causes people to be off as far as their focus. There's just different areas in a relationship where you have to shift your thinking. Things that you wouldn't normally think about in the beginning are things that you more when you want to start thinking about in the middle. And there are things that you're thinking about in the beginning that you don't really have to worry about because you've already solved them in the beginning. So in the middle, you can kind of relax about. So by the time you get around to your marriage, y'all fully trust each other to where y'all can go to the bathroom while the person is in the same bathroom with you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you could be going to the bathroom and the person could be sitting on the bathtub talking with you like that on a regular level, and there's no shame there. You know, that's trust. We have to break down those barriers. If you're in the beginning of your relationship, please don't lead with the sex. Please don't lead with the sex. And too many occurrences do we start off with a person that we just like. You know, we messing around with them, you know what I'm saying, and it's good or whatever, and then but a relationship wasn't the intention, but that's how we started off. We started off doing the thing, and then after a while we start saying, I think I like this person enough to be with them, and then you start to shift your direction of how you feel about this person, and y'all end up in this relationship. Those tend to fail too, so be careful how you create a relationship. If you got a side piece, by all means, your side piece is not the person for your relationship, okay? Because if they doing a side bit with you right now, that's the same reaction that you're gonna get once you get in a relationship with them. They might have a side piece off, you know, in y'all relationship. This is just how it goes. You cannot replace somebody with somebody that you doing the thing with on the side and expect that's gonna be a 100% relationship. You can't decide that for yourself, okay? So pay attention to what you're doing as far as these relationships. Don't start relationships before they time. Don't start extra side chick or side man relationships without closing the one that you got. If you got the side piece, you might as well let it go with the first one, okay? Be clear, be upfront with yourself, stand in the truth, and you will be all right. But I hope I answered that question for you. There's so much, like I said, that can go into why a relationship would continue to fail. But in all, it just takes you as a person to build yourself to a degree where you know your worth. So after you know your worth, you're able to let go of things that you've been hurt about, and then also you learn how to treat people that you're trying to move forward with, and you're not so bitter when dealing with these people. And then these people should, if you meet somebody, they should get a fresh start. That's my argument here. They should get a fresh start. They shouldn't come in with the idea that, oh, this lady got so much baggage, or this man got so much baggage that I don't know if I can survive it. You know, like, I like the person, but the baggage is what's holding us up. So y'all got to get rid of the baggage. Okay? I love y'all. Y'all keep me up. I'm going to keep y'all up, and I'm out this thing, man.